Welcome to the X Corner. I'm here to add a little mutation to the superhero crew. I'll be covering the X comics for the week of February 27th, 2019. This week we have 3 comics. Age of X-Men, X-tremists #1, Marvel Comics Presents #2, and X-Force #3. Spoilers, of course. We'll start with Age of X-Men X-tremists #1, written by Lee Williams, art by Georges Gianti. This book is all about those wacky hijinks of the fascist anti-love squad, who go out and erase the memories of those who have breached the morality code and fallen in love. This issue has the team capture a rat girl and a guy who can scream real loud, and they put them on ice, while they make quips and joke about the names for cookie sheets. They find out the rat girl is pregnant, and are all stumped at what to do. Bobby jokes that it'll be first a birth, and then a murder, implying that they'll kill the baby, I guess. The team eventually decides to ship the guy off to Cerebro, which I assume wipes his memory, and the girl they're taking home to figure out what to do with. Did I mention this Love Hit Squad traveled around in an old VW bus? Okay, I guess you can tell by my recap this issue was all over the place. Unlike in every other comic showing this group as a bunch of sinister thugs who grab dissidents and those who breach morality code, here they're a lovable bunch of misfits. When we last saw the Blob, he was all but assaulting Glitter as the next-gen kids came upon the scene. Psylocke we saw ruthlessly side-sword Bishop and Jean. Here, though, it's like the old Peter David X-Factor, with the team all jokes and being pretty sloppy in their handling of the situation. The art was odd too, which had an almost European feel to it. The writing, though, is just jarring. The tone whiplash actually hurt. I'm sure it's done on purpose, but it was just strange. I was sort of looking forward to a Black Ops team that questioned their morals as they battled immorality, but instead I got a humor book that wasn't that funny. 5 out of 10. Maybe it'll get better, but it totally missed for me. Then there's the Wolverine part in Marvel Comics Presents #2, written by Charles Soule, art by Paolo Siqueira, and the cover by Art Adams. It's now in 1954, and Wolverine is enjoying being a biker in the US. This, of course, can't last, as he is teleported to China, where the demon he helped defeat is coming back. The girl he saved in the first issue is now 15, and has to fight the demon Truth as he comes back after being banished for 10 years. The demon shows up, and the team runs scared, leaving Wolverine to fight him. He's getting drowned when the girl comes back, realizing her destiny. The two square off to fight against the demon. First off, seeing Art Adams draw Wolverine again on the cover was a delight. I had an old Art Adams Wolverine on my wall for years, and his cover to classic X-Men #1 might be my all-time favorite cover ever. This series is obviously going to be Wolverine and the girl fighting the demon every 10 years, which, as simple as it sounds, I think it'll be fun to catch up with Wolverine each decade, and we'll see the girl grow and change. It's a nice concept. This is also gorgeously drawn, with a Wild Bunch Logan fighting a zombie-looking demon. Also showing the girl to be scared but come back was predictable but nice touch for her growth. As a third of a comic, it was short but still enjoyable. 7 out of 10. Lastly, we have X-Force #3, written by Ed Brisson, art by Dylan Burnett. X-Force is repelling the mech attack and trying to save the refugees as Deathlock infiltrates the Transian military base. He is betrayed by the guard that supposedly switched sides, though. But back at the battle, X-Force is winning, but Boom Boom shows up to save them anyways. Back at the military base, Ahab is sick of being held prisoner and escapes. Deathlock pulls Wolverine to find out where they are keeping the captive mutants and calls in X-Force when he finds them. Meanwhile, the guard who got them in shows his mutant powers as he fries some of his fellow guards and goes through the time portal in the basement. Ahab has killed the general's kid, who he was supposedly trying to cure, and leaves a message that the only way to cure a mutant is to kill it, written in blood on the wall. Ahab then takes out Deathlock and is about to rip him apart. This issue was action-packed as we kept switching around, and we even got a heart-to-heart with Cannonball and Kid Cable, with Cannonball deciding to trust him after Kid Cable explained he killed the OG Cable in self-defense, and if he hadn't killed him, and failed, thousands would have died. The art here, I think I said, would take some time getting used to, but here, especially with the Deathlock and Ahab pages, was awesome. I'm not a Deathlock fan, but seeing the art made me like him more. Overall, it was a great issue with everything falling into place, and we get Boom Boom back, which is always fun times. 8 out of 10. The Age of X-Men event has been middling to poor, and unfortunately this week was the latter. None of these series have wowed me, but this one was so off-putting in tone, I just couldn't get into it. If they had portrayed the team like this elsewhere, maybe I could have eased into it, but having a wacky group of fascist assassins really doesn't jive. X-Force continues to be strong, and I'm enjoying Wolverine through time, so it's not a total wash. Next week, more of the same. Let's hope Prisoner X is better, but my hopes are at an all-time low for that. See you there!